Hello everyone, and welcome to the Transit News Desk. I'm Auren Freeman with a look back at 2013.
And I'm Jessie Maslowski. 2013 was a banner year for our program, winning an ATO Award and also coming in first place with our coverage of Hurricane Sandy at the Beto Awards. I was there to accept it.
It looks like you had a great time.
I did.
And the winners of New York City Transit Class of Inspiring Women were announced. Our very own Celeste Farage was among them. But the year did not start off well for many New Yorkers or for transit due to remnants of Hurricane Sandy. Many of our subway lines and tunnels had to go through extensive repairs due to water damage. While the tunnels were being rehabilitated and new tracks laid, out in the Rockaways, A-train service was restored to much fanfare. The 2nd Avenue Tunnel is making its way uptown. To help the neighborhood understand the project, New York City Transit opened an information center.
Well, this was an exciting year for mass transit, and our buses and trains just keep on rolling.
They sure do, Jesse. And speaking about wheels rolling, the MTA rolled out bus time in Manhattan, the Bronx, and Staten Island. So from the Transit News Desk, I'm Auren Freeman. Happy holidays! The MTA recently held a conference for MWBE firms, also known as Minority Women Business Enterprise, with the hopes of partnering with these companies. Now that the firms have been selected, they are eager to get to work.
We are actually trying to get a construction package together out for bid by November this fall. It's a tremendous amount of work, but TBTA is pushing extremely hard to get the rehabilitation together prior to winter.
When rebuilding our city, the MTA proved that sometimes it's best to keep things local. I'm Auren Freeman, reporting for Transit News.
On Mother's Day, we thank the women in our lives. At Transit, they reward inspiring women. There are 9 different categories, and a panel of their peers cast a vote for this year's Best Ladies of Mass Transit. 20 influential women walked up to receive their award. Some of the women started on a career path that brought them here to New York City Transit. Some, who already work for New York City Transit, were encouraged by colleagues to not let gender be an obstacle. Their past experiences have helped shape them into the leaders they are today. And what is their advice to other women on their way up?
My advice to any woman, young woman who wants to succeed in the corporate world is to be persistent.
That you can be anything you want to be in this world. That nothing can stop you and you're not too old.
If you're interested in it, it's much easier to get over those roadblocks. You have a kind of a dynamic quality that makes you want to get over them, and it's much easier.
There's a new book out called Grand Central Terminal, 100 Years of a New York Landmark. The book is full of amazing pictures and information.
The terminal's been here for 100 years and it has a life. So what is that life? What else has happened? So we touch on the Grand Central Depot and Station that were here before Grand Central Terminal. We talk about the construction of Grand Central Terminal. We talk about the architects, where they got their education, how that affects the design of the building. But then we went into behind the scenes. How are the trains directed? Things that have been here besides trains.
This informative 224-page book blends nostalgia and quotations that bring life to the terminal.
Whether they're in the press or people who work at the terminal, we brought those voices out, and they bring the story alive, and that's what makes this book, the combination of those things makes this book different from all the others, and I think definitely worth having a look at.
The book also illustrates the day-to-day life of this thriving terminal as not just a building, but as a living structure.
This is in a sense, the superorganism that reflects our entire culture. There's more lines of communication coming in and out of here than any place else in the world.
Don't miss out on a great read that shows the history and glamour that truly makes Grand Central Terminal 100 Years of a New York Landmark. I'm Rhea Titus, reporting for Transit News.
I will address any problems that are presented to me as if I own that problem. And if I bring it to upper management, I'll present them with solutions and not just the problem.
I'll better utilize my networking resources and share my own knowledge with tomorrow's leaders.
A productive team is essential for success. I will continue to focus on creating a cohesive team.
I will dedicate myself to be a mentor to my team and ensuring all members acquire the necessary skills to be successful in their positions.
For me, productive dialogue will continue to be my focus in building and sustaining a high-performing team.
I will continue as a leader to build vulnerability-based trust with my colleagues and team.
I will take ownership and find creative ways to motivate and increase the potential of my team.
I will foster a productive culture meeting the needs of transit by developing my employees to their fullest potential.
I will encourage healthy conflict with the goal of discovering the optimum solutions.
I would like to be a manager that is an effective communicator to promote a work environment where the employees are knowledgeable, efficient, and conscientious.
I will commit to building networks and fostering better communication with leaders.
I will foster relationships based on respect and trust, and most importantly, empower my direct reports.
As a leader, I will be more aware of and build on the trust and cohesiveness of my team.
I will be more flexible and accommodating to my team with the ultimate goal of retaining a qualified and dedicated workforce.
I will make myself more approachable as well as share my experiences and offer whatever guidance I can.
I will be comfortable about being uncomfortable when publicly speaking.
As a leader, I will continue to develop my competencies and remain open to new strategies.
I'll strive to create a high-performance team by trying new ideas, being consistent, showing respect and trust.
I encourage my team to troubleshoot and problem solve without me giving them the answer.
I will foster an environment where my direct reports are empowered and supported in their development.
At all times, my team will know they are valued and are the nucleus of my operation.
Now I'm playing to win instead of playing not to lose.